Have you ever had a season where nothing bad happened, and yet you felt like your life was quietly ending? Not ending in a dramatic way, ending in the sense that the old version of you stopped working. This is one of the least talked about forms of awakening. Not supernatural, not a prediction, a psychological shift. A fictional composite case, let's call her Nora. On paper, Nora was fine. She had structure, she had routines, she had people around her. But something inside her began to go silent. Not sadness, not panic, just a strange absence of meaning, like the world lost its color. At first, she tried to fix it the usual way: more productivity, more distraction, more positive thinking. But it didn't work, because what was happening wasn't laziness, it was mourning, before she understood what she was losing. Then something else started to happen. Conversations that used to feel normal began to feel exhausting. Not because the people were bad, but because Nora could feel herself performing. She would laugh at the right moment and feel nothing behind it. She would agree with everyone and feel a quiet resentment in her body. She didn't become rude, she became honest. And honesty has a cost. It can isolate you from the life that was built around your mask. Around that time, Nora began waking up from intense dreams, not mystical dreams, dreams that felt like pressure, a locked door, a train leaving without her, a house where one room was always dark. She didn't know what they meant, but she knew how they felt: urgent. In Jungian terms, this is what often happens when the persona starts to crack. The psyche doesn't argue with you. It sends symbols. It repeats themes. It asks for truth. And the strange part is that when Nora finally began to change, people expected her to be happier. They said, "You're doing the right thing. You're growing. You should feel amazing." But she didn't feel amazing. She felt grief. Because growth isn't only adding something new. Sometimes it is losing a self you depended on. The version of her that always kept the peace. The version that never disappointed anyone. The version that survived by being easy to handle. That self wasn't fake, it was protective. But now it was too small. And this is where many people get confused. They think awakening is light, but often it begins as emptiness, loneliness, and grief, because you are separating from a false identity. Then, when Nora finally had moments of peace, real peace, she didn't trust it. Her mind said, "Good." Her body said, "Something's coming." She checked her phone. She stayed busy. She created small problems just to feel movement. Not because she wanted chaos, but because her nervous system had learned a rule: calm equals danger. So her work wasn't just insight, it was retraining safety. Not forcing positivity, not chasing spiritual labels, but learning how to live without the mask, without the old alarms, without the need to perform for approval. And slowly something returned. Not happiness like a high, clarity like a ground. If any part of Nora's story felt familiar, don't rush to fix it. Ask better questions. What part of my life only works when I pretend? What version of me am I grieving, even if it once protected me? And what kind of chaos am I still loyal to, because peace feels unfamiliar? If you want, comment one word that fits your season right now: empty, grief, truth, or calm.